I told all of you, blood. Desmond 2-2, fam. Before the game, Tottenham Hotspur were written off like a stolen pen. Usually, it's death, taxes, and losing at the Emirates. Losing at the Emirates for Tottenham, for me, is like me looking in the mirror and seeing a black man. Usually, but not today, fam. Not today, blood. Robbie, that walking Malteser, that Jamaican Zordon, Margin Boo meets Mr. Popo, fam. That kneecap with eyebrows, blood. Man, try and make out it's gonna be as one-sided as him and a KFC bucket. Is he mad?
I love Robbie, but that's cold.
Troops, I've never seen him so confident. It's like when he picks up his kids from school and realizes he's the tallest in the playground, fam. Is he mad? Troops, I've never seen him so confident. It's like when he picks up his kids from school and realizes he's the tallest in the playground, fam. He was so sure that Arsenal would batter Tottenham. Well, let me tell you this, fam. Unless your wife gives you the Chronicles of Panania tonight, I don't think that's going to be happening. Mikel Artapas, that Spanish action man. Action hombre, blood. Mikel Jackson and the kids should have been touched at Neverland today. We had to deal with the Arsenal players, the referee, the VAR. We had more things pop up against us than Philip Schofield, fam.
How dare you?
Expressions absolutely on one there. I get the excitement. There's a lot of people on the live reaction show yesterday, on the 4Fan highlight show, that were like, why are Spurs fans so happy they got a draw? This is the ground they never get anything at, really. In the last 20 years, last 30 years, my lifetime, they rarely pick up a point. And everybody ripped them off from front to back, inside out. So I get the excitement. And it wasn't just people saying Arsenal will win. It was Spurs will be annihilated. Spurs don't have any chance. Igao had the audacity, and we warned him about this. We said the football gods are listening. He stated it would be the easiest, I repeat, easiest North London derby in the history of North London derbies. One-sided, like an elephant stamping on a canary. They gave Spurs no chance. So I understand the excitement. And listen, it's good to see Expressions back. We haven't featured him on Fan Channel Reaction for a while. Remember, all links are in our description below. He went in there. I mean, he went in there on everybody. Go watch his match reaction. Absolutely out of this world quality. By the way, people, hit the like button. Please make sure you subscribe to the Football Terrace. Let's go.
Wait for it. 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 Wait for it.
Not an Arsenal fan. Saw the t-shirts, Arteta, and I was like, nah, I can see what he's trying to do. But that doesn't mean that you can't see what he's trying to do in a bad way. Maybe this is the beginning of the end of Arteta. Not in the sense that he's going to get the sack, but what I mean is the honeymoon over? Because...
listen, everyone knows I've got a lot of respect. But what do you mean? If it's the beginning of the end, that does mean getting sacked. It has to mean that. It has to mean that, Mark.
Because they've gone through a brilliant season last year. I think the David Raya change is immense. I think David Raya, that save in the first half was world class. And I think that I saw what he was trying to do there. But I'm baffled by what he's trying to do in the midfield. I thought the balance of the midfield with Rice, Vieira and Odegaard worked really, really well in the first half. You were just playing a decent side. It was a battle. You can't dominate Man City's midfield. You can't dominate Spurs midfield at the moment. It was a 50-50 battle. And I think at half-time, Arteta's tried to get clever. Rice has had to come off for Jorginho suspectedly injured. And then he completely killed Odegaard in the second half by playing Havertz. Like, I didn't even notice Odegaard in the second.
Look, I think it's fair with the Vieira, Kai Havertz substitution. But when we talk about him being stubborn, Arteta... this is the beginning of the end because he's trying to shoehorn in a player. There's no balance in the midfield. I understand where Mark's coming from, but I want to be balanced here. And I'm not saying Mark isn't. I'm just saying I think he's wrong on that element because I don't think it's the beginning of the end. We're 5-6 games into the season. Partey and Rice were both off injured. That's where the problems really lied. That's where the problems lie. Now, I would have kept Fabio Vieira on, but the balance fell away because the two main midfielders that would be starting these games are unavailable. And again, if you took out Basuma and Sarr, Basuma and Maddison from this Spurs team today, they would not have been as good. Equally, if you take away two of Tottenham's best attackers from this game, they would not be as good. Now, I know they'll say that, Bentancur is out and whatever else, but the midfield has become dominant because of the players they've got. So I think there was a lack of balance, but I do believe Arsenal's issues were more born out of injury than anything else. Where I do agree with Mark is I don't think Kai Havertz should have come on. I don't think he was horrendous, but the one thing with Fabio Vieira, he's an outputs man. And in a game like yesterday, what you needed was somebody out of nowhere almost to put in that world-class cross, that brilliant through ball, or have that shot that goes in. That's a game changer. And Kai Havertz isn't that player for me. So that I do think was a mistake, but I don't think we can look at it being the beginning of the end of Arteta because of some injuries to massive players, Partey, Rice, Trossard, Martinelli. Take four players of that, maybe not quality, but importance to any of the top six teams, probably barring Man City, everybody else, in my personal opinion, regresses 110%.
Blah, 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 blah.
This is shit. I don't know what else to tell you, man. This is shit. Yet another game where we make a lot of chances. We just bomb everything down the right-hand side. Aimlessly try cut back the ball to nobody in the middle. Waste a lot of chances. Give away an easy goal and we can't come back. It's just...
I don't know what it's like to be a Chelsea fan right now. I can't listen. We had Don tell us on the Football Terrace that Chelsea are in a better place than Man United right now. He genuinely, bona fidely, unadulterated, with no laughter, no sarcasm at the end, no, I'm only joking, bona fidely came out and said 110% they're in a better place than us. I went and looked at some statistics that I think are very, very compelling. Chelsea have 2 wins and just 12 points from their last 18 games. They've only beaten Bournemouth and Luton Town since March. So I know we've done like the 38 games, they only have 39 points, but 2 wins from their last 18 Premier League games. It's practically half a season, 2 wins. Now, I'm saying this now genuinely. I understand why Lewis is tight. If that doesn't improve, they are going down. 2 wins from 18. That echoes again for another 18 games. Where are they going to be in the league? That'll put them on about 15 to 20 points a season. For £1 billion of investment, simply not good enough.
It's the difference now. We're going to run the excuse that, oh, the red card was the difference. I don't think it was a red card. Like, he got the ball first to me. I would have thought that was a yellow. Maybe I have it wrong. I don't know. But that's not an excuse. I'm going to say that right now. Let's cut out the bullshit. Let's cut out the excuses. Because over the last week or two, all I've seen about this club is that we make excuses for everything. All injuries. All we had to protect the point. We got 12 players out. It's a new system. Inexperienced players. No. It's not good enough. Let's cut the bullshit. Because the Chelsea of old wouldn't make excuses. And what we're doing right now is we're making excuses. We were wasteful. We had enough chances to kill this game off before we even had the red card. Jackson, wasteful. Sterling, the guy's gone back to lagging in the final third again. Just refuses to find an outlet, just double checks himself, triple checks himself. It's frustrating as fuck. Enzo wastes chances. And then you go to Pochettino, the most reactive pussy manager and tactics I've ever seen. 1-0 down, and what, you want to take off our only attacking threat, the guy's probably the best at counter-attacks in Mudryk, to bring on Chilwell. To do what?
That was only because of the red card, Lewis.
I don't care, attack, we need wins. If you attack and you're down to 10...
I don't care. He's right. Listen, he's right. He's right. And what Poch, listen, I don't think they should sack Poch right now. I agree that they've got to start holding the club to high standards. They can't, listen, this isn't, look, I spoke earlier where Don was saying they're in a better position than Man United. We're struggling right now, okay? But in that same time, they've picked up 12 points. I think we've picked up 36, 37. Only 2 teams in the Premier League since then have more points than us. And we're awful right now, Man United. This is beyond that. This is beyond that. But it's just not being discussed enough. And I think Lewis is, I wouldn't say brave, but he's absolutely spot on for calling it out.
What are you doing? Was it enough? Was it enough for Morgan Gibbs White to go down? No, it wasn't.
No.
Do you know what I mean? It should be on WWE. Morgan Gibbs White. It was outstanding.
It was pathetic from him.
But
listen to this. Gabby Bonglahor here. He does say he understands why it was a red card, and he has a bit of a pop at Rodri by saying that he's let his team down. But he also defends him by saying that Morgan Gibbs White should be in the WWE after Rodri struck him in the throat, not once, but twice. Twice. But he's defending the player, playing it down by suggesting that Gibbs White should be on WWE because he's pretending to be hurt. I've been called out a lot in the last year for defending Arsenal. People often are not listening to why I'm defending them. It's nothing to do with my personal life, nothing to do with simping. It's to do with me not being a hypocrite. And in areas that I would defend my club, I can't therefore not defend others. I'm not a hypocrite as best as I can be. Listen to what Gabby Bonglahor said just 5-6 months ago about Casemiro.
it was Brock Lesnar in UFC. The way he was strangling Will Hughes, and he should be arrested for that. You know, there's kids watching that game later on, a match of the day.
So look, Casemiro should be arrested, right? Kids are watching. They're watching it on match of the day. Where was his energy for Man City and Rodri? And the irony in it is this. He actually did strangle Hughes at all. He had his hand around his neck. Didn't do what Rodri did where he struck him twice. Just had his hands around his neck. However, if you watch for another 10 seconds, the players hug each other and say, fine, cool. Because all he was really trying to do was calm Hughes down. There was no violent intent. It shouldn't have been. If you watch that whole video from start to finish, that whole incident that led to Casemiro's red card, you shouldn't have given it. There was another player that grabbed the Man United guy by the neck first, and they hugged afterwards. This was a very different scenario with Rodri and Gibbs White. They're fighting in each other's faces. But Casemiro should be arrested and is a bad role model for kids. But when it comes to Man City, suddenly Bonglahor is defending him and blaming the player that was struck in the neck twice for going down. I told you before, Man United are everybody's, absolutely everybody's biggest rival.
Hold on, give me a second. Just give me 1 second. Hold on, people. Hey, bullseye. Hey, Madison. How you doing, bro? How you doing? Let's go now. Let's start playing. How can anybody say that's not a penalty? Like, am I missing something here? That's a blatant penalty. Anyway, oh my God! Jorginho's lost the ball. 2v1. Son scores. I'm done. Jorginho, you're a fraud. You're a Chelsea fan. You stupid old man.
You stupid old man. Oh, wow. Someone sent me this. Terry, you're going to love it. I love Curtis. You stupid. You stupid.